Anybody who feels, any friend or family member who feels the urge to give us some insight or anything you have to say at this time, you're welcome to come and give us some brief remarks or your memory of Brittany. And we're going to start with her mother.
Hello to all of you, and I thank you all for your participation in this tribute to my lovely daughter, Brittany. She was a lovely person who loved everybody. I feel so privileged to have had her as my daughter. I thank God for giving her to me every day that I did have with her until August 29th of 2015. Commemorating her life is supposed to be a happy occasion, but I find it to be very painful because I feel that justice for my baby might never be obtained. The crime scene was contaminated the very moment that she was found. In spite of me questioning the investigating officer, the first one that was here on the scene, and indicating that she could not have walked where she was found without her wheelchair crutches, it seemed that my pleading fell on deaf ears. The authorities had already made up their minds, the paramedics, that because of her disability, that there was no foul play. It took almost a year to get the results of the autopsy, and when I did not get it from the proper authorities. All they told me was that the results hadn't come in. Finally, after waiting so long, I finally called the pathologist, and he was the one that gave me the hard news of her homicide. From what I understand, that another reason that it took so long was they was waiting on additional information to come. They never got it. Why, I don't know. But with this vigil, with all that we're doing today, with the detective that's working really hard and dedicated on this case, I hope that we come to a solution and find out who did this awful act to my lovely daughter, Brittany. So the pain and suffering that my family is going through and has endured for over a year now, well, actually a year today, will hopefully find some peace. I just ask that you continue to pray for my family, pray for the investigator that is working on it, and hopefully and pray that this person just show his face and turn himself in. Thank y'all, and I love y'all all for coming.
Is there anybody else that have any words that they'd like to share or special memory of Brittany? You may come and give a brief remark at this time.
And she had a very positive energy about her. She had a smile that was contagious. The thing I learned in life from Brittany is never let your limits or the limits that people put on you determine where you can go in life. Before she passed, I recall you guys raising money for a van for her. And I just think about if she was here, she'd be on the go. And she loved kids. And my son, I had her obituary on the top of my closet. And I don't know how he got down, but he was sitting on the bed and he was just kissing it. And he said, "Mommy, it's Brittany." And in that moment I thought about, everything I learned in life. And I met her mom and her brothers and her sister. You guys always treated me like family. And I just want to say I love you guys.
appreciate all y'all coming out. And I'm pretty much sure that everybody will agree to this when I say it. There's one thing that the memory is left from our family. Is that smile. I don't care what go on, what happens. Brittany always gonna have a smile, regardless. That right there opens our heart more than anything else in the world. Always.
I'd like to share a memory. I worked with Brittany at high school. Brittany was riding around in the wheelchair in the hallway. And we used to always have to get on Brittany because she'd be letting all the students ride behind her. And so one day I stopped and I said, Brittany, you can't be speeding down the highway. And she said, well, at least I'm not running, I'm rolling down the hallway. So when Brittany comes down the hallway, everybody know they need to just step aside and let Brittany through. She always had a smile on her face. Always had people laughing going on. So I will always remember Brittany riding down the hallway with a smile on her face and one or two people riding on the wheelchair behind her.
I always remember